And the Hokies will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. The Yellow Jackets offense will take the field first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The Hokies offense will now get its first chance with the football. The man who will run the offense is Ethan Bruckmeyer. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Roach. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That's the big sophomore tight end who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on him. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Mendoza. Oh, they're after him. It's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense working from the pistol. They'll ride Davis here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Fires left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
That's caught. It's Marshall. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Here's a heat. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Red pass, it's complete. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Great job by the back on the option. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and they takes advantage.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
The Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Going over the top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This has been a nightmare for the offense. What's one of the most critical statistics in any college football game? It's the turnover battle. They've already got 3, David. We're not even through the 1st half. This couldn't be any worse if you're on offense.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise why they're trailing in this football game. When you continue to give the football to the other team and put your defense in a bind, you're going to give up points. So they've got to find something with this offense that they can do well, because right now they're finding a good way to turn it over. But they got to do something positive to get back in this football game.
So now it's 2nd and long. The Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The give on the inside. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. sure hands. It's Lawson.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Reynolds. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. To the air on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Got a man. It's Addison. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Runs through the tackle. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Reads it, fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Rides the back and leaves it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Catches it at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lawson.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The offense changing the play. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Hokies are flying down the field. The run inside. It's Davis. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. It's Denmark. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. 3rd down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the 1st down.
In the red area, it's Davis. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Gives it on the option. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Could be an alley. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. handoff to the lone back. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's sharp. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Makes a connection. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. They go right back to it. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hauls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Denmark. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half. Using his legs, it's Overton. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They called their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Unleashes to the end zone. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Timeout called by Virginia Tech. That's their 3rd and final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
You always want to take some momentum into halftime. That's exactly what they did. How about the touchdown late in the first half? Now a chance to take the lead with the extra point. All the momentum, all the juice, all the feel-good going right to this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Jack. He smashes his way through again. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Franklin coming out of the locker room. One of the big points of emphasis coming out of the locker room is to get the run game going. Their quarterback has struggled at times, had some turnovers, but he has got to trust the guys around him a little bit more. Look for them to feed the running back the rock here to start the 3rd, get the run game going, and take some pressure off their QB.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. The snap sets up the throw. Quickly complete. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
Wants to throw again. Takes a hit as he fires. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Unloads quickly. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Finding an escape route. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Right back to the well. Following the play, there is a yellow jacket who is shaken up. That is the freshman tight end who's still down on the field. We hope that's not too serious. Holly will keep an eye on it. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the lone running back. Jumped on top of the pile.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Virginia Tech sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And down he goes.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Quick release by the QB. Spins away from one. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wide receiver going in motion. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And that one will give them the lead.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea, and when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Reynolds. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Lawson. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
With the catch, it's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. So the defense got the stop they needed to preserve this lead, and now we'll see if they can put something together and finish the deal. What a grab along the left sideline, got the foot down in a strong throw, put it right on the money. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here, close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. From the red zone, looking for a man. Completes it in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. They're working that left side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Wants to throw on third down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Great place to start for this offense. Pulls it in. It's Sharp. Going the other way, and he's got room. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Now on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. That's caught. It's Heath. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Quickly complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down.
Makes the grab right down the middle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Overton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Works the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He'll keep it on second down. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Made it harder on themselves on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 9. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. looking to throw. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. Fourth down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find